What's up everyone, it's Fuzzy. Welcome back to yet another MLB recap. When was anyone going to tell me that we have a switch thrower in the game? No, like actually, Carlos Cortez, the rookie for the A's, had to switch gloves after throwing lefty as an outfielder and then righty as a third baseman. Huh? We have the first ever woman umpire behind the dish. It's always really cool to see some history. Ohtani got bailed by Major League Baseball, says a ton of fans on social media. Fans are saying that he's the golden boy. That's why this swing was called a check swing. Carlos Correa mocked the Yankees as he and the Astros shoved the Yankees in a locker again. The Yankees are not the only team going through it. The Mets, they're on the verge of losing 7 games in a row, and Cal, he's back on a home run binge. Cal Raleigh is approaching Salvador Perez's record for the most home runs in a single season by a catcher ever. So again, we'll talk about all of that and more in today's MLB recap. We recap every baseball game almost every single day, so grow the game with me, leave a like, and hit that subscribe button. Also, don't forget to use code Fuzzy on SeatGeek and Underdog Fantasy, and if you want to watch live baseball with me tonight with Cougs46, be sure to download Playback. It's a really cool app. It's the first ever partnership with Major League Baseball and a live stream platform. You can literally watch baseball and get paid to do it. It's really cool. So playback.tv/the show or download the app. See you tonight. So because we didn't get to post yesterday, I didn't get to show off Jerks and Profar's Play of the Year candidate in left field. What an insane catch. So I want you guys to let me know in the comments down below between this Profar catch and Denzel Clark's catch in center field in Angel Stadium, who should be the winner of Catch of the Year? Let me know in the comments. Back to the Braves because we have history in this first game. Jen Pawol just became the first woman in the history of Major League Baseball to umpire a game, and now she's behind the dish. Everyone was kind of dunking on her first call. But anyway, we saw Profar rob a home run. His buddies made sure that no one could rob their home runs in this next one. Matt Olson, he hit one into the jet stream. It looked like a pop-up, but it kept carrying and carrying and carrying. He has 70 RBIs and 15 defensive run saves. Oh no, Jen. So her first ever called strikeout is on a ball that wasn't particularly close, but anyways, Profar, he pummeled a baseball over Heriberto for an RBI double, and he's around on a wild pitch, so it's 3-1 Braves. Make it 6-1 Braves. Marcell Ozuna has 7 RBI his last 24 hours, and I guess I missed his 2 home run day from yesterday and the Profar catch. So Ozuna is now 6 home runs away from 300 for his career. Michael Harris, he's batting .360 with 6 home runs in the second half. He had 6 home runs total in the first half combined. The Braves, they took 4 of 5 from the Marlins. This was a 5-game series. That's pretty rare. We have a home run that was literally 7 years in the making. 31-year-old rookie Ryan Fitzgerald has been grinding and kind of toiling away in the minor league since 2017. His first big league base hit is also his first big league home run. Anytime I say that, I just think of Daniel Nava. Anyone else? The dugout was fired up, and now he's showing off on defense. And someone mocked this guy on social media saying that it was a Make-A-Wish campaign. Ryan Fitzgerald had an almost 870 OPS in AAA this year. I don't know if I would call that Make-A-Wish. We have more firsts coming up. Vinnie Pasquantino just secured his first 20 home run campaign, which is hard to believe considering how much pop he actually has. His team is out in front. And then John Rave missed a baseball. Austin Martin is off for 3 bases, and Jeffers, he ties it. Then Luke Keeschel won it. He has 10 base hits and 10 RBI his last 5 games. The rookie, after the walk-off 2-run home run, has 8 extra base hits, 12 RBI, and 5 stolen bases his first 12 games. We are literally witnessing one of the most insane starts to a career you're ever going to see. I cannot wait to get into the Carlos Correa pimp job. We had a home run robbery from Harrison Bader. We have that dual arm throwing mutant on the A's, and also, that Ohtani check swing. Again, all of that in today's recap. Don't go anywhere. But I do have to show the big dumper with his 45th home run. So that right there knotted up Hall of Famer Johnny Bench for the second most home runs ever by a catcher. Salvador Perez has the record with 48. He did that back in 2021. So Cal is rapidly approaching that record. Gino, there we go. He secures a 4-run first inning. He's had a rough go at it his second time around as a Mariner. That's just his 4th base in his first 38 at-bats. Ha-Seong Kim, man, he had a great game. He had 3 RBIs off the nasty Bryan Woo. He had an RBI double and then a home run. Bryan Woo, he did give up those 3 runs, but he locked into everyone else. He is the first pitcher since Clayton Kershaw in 2019 to begin a season with 23 starts in a row of 6 or more innings thrown. Josh Naylor, he's back in the lineup. I don't know if he missed the game, but he had that shoulder issue. We were all worried about him. I mean, clearly he's fine. He goes yard. He nailed his 4th as a Mariner. Dom Canzone has been such a awesome surprise this year. He almost has a 130 OPS plus are the Mariners the favorite in the AL? Let me know. Or does the AL still run through one of these teams in this upcoming game? The Astros, they ran the AL for what felt like a decade, and the Yankees, they just won the pennant last year. But according to Yankees fans, and especially John Boy media, they might not even be a playoff team. Like, this is John Boy when asked about the Yankees. In my opinion, like, this might sound crazy, but there's got to be some reverse psychology happening soon. They got to stop booing Altuve and Carlos Correa. It does not work. It's like throwing oil on fire. So Altuve just became the 25th player ever to have 250 home runs and 250 stolen bases. The fourth to ever do it with one single team. Willie Mays, Derek Jeter, and obviously Jose Ramirez, who joined that club not too long ago. Christian Walker and Cam Smith poured salt in the wound with some RBI doubles, but we're going to get to Cam's in a second because Boone, he got ejected for the 5th time this year. A lot of fans were like, that umpire is kind of a weenie because he had a terrible ball strike zone all day, according to fans. And when he did get called out, he kind of ran away, and another umpire had to hold back Aaron Boone, and it just gets to a point. Fried, is this petty? Is this pettiness? Fried painted 97 on the edge for strike 3 to end it, and it wasn't called. Cam has new life, and he secures a 2-run double. Jason Alexander went 5 no-hit frames. Now, the no-no was ruined by Ben Rice, but then Alexander got the double play. He's now thrown back-to-back 6 scoreless starts. And here's Correa, who's batting 405 in 9 405 in 9 games as an Astro. Of course, Twins fans are in disbelief, but not really. And he mocked Aaron Judge as he rounded third base. So years ago, Judge, he mocked Altuve's "don't take off my jersey" moment after he walked off Chapman and the Yankees in the 2019 ALCS. So Correa back on the Astros. I mean, it's so good for baseball. Ramon Urias dunked in an RBI, and Altuve scored on... I don't know what this was from Cody Bellinger. Maybe he had just eaten popcorn or something, and it slipped because of the butter. Dubon had an RBI chopper. The Astros take the series against the Yankees pretty easily, if I might add, and they stay a half game up on the Mariners in the AL West. Now, I do have to go back and talk about the Yankees because lately they've been playing a Chicken Little type beat. I'm talking about the sky is falling. They're 3-7 their last 10. Even worse, their last 35-40 games. And they will actually lose the final wildcard spot if the Guardians don't win this next game. We'll show that after this little rant. But again, the Yankees the last 30 days, they're 28th, third worst in team OPS. They're 17th in team ERA. So no matter how you slice it, defensively, on the pitching side of things, in the box, they've been a legit bad baseball team for pretty much 2 months. Are they going to make the postseason or not? Well, thanks to the White Sox hitting 2 perfect home runs in the first and then a few RBI singles in the third, the Guardians did lose and they stay a half game back of the Yankees and that final wild card spot. By the way, Lenyn Sosa, who hit the first home run of this game, has 10 home runs, 31 RBIs, and an almost 900 OPS his last 36 games. So the question I've been asking all year is Lenyn Sosa good? He is good. Monty, he went 452 feet. Rookie Colson Montgomery went to the concourse. He has 9 home runs over the last 17 games. Newcomer Curtis Mead, he looks like a brand new guy. 4 RBIs his first 6 games in Chicago. And rookie Kyle Teal got it to 5. The other Kyle on the other team then got it back. Manzo actually had 2 home runs into this game. Listen to Manzo's stats. He's batting .365 with 7 home runs and 19 RBIs his last 20 games. But Grant Taylor, his 4th save, snaps the Guardians' 5-game winning streak. At the same time, he snaps the White Sox 6-game losing streak. If they can get some pitching, talking about the White Sox, it could be good pretty soon. Again, we're going to talk about Ohtani and a few other things, but super quick, this game's only going to take like 20 seconds. The Tigers, they do put some distance between them and the Guardians for once because they've been losing momentum like crazy. Riley Green and Kerry Carpenter both drove in 3. You're not beating them when that happens. Wait, Kerry actually had 4 RBI. He had his first one on a sac fly, and then he tacked on 3 more after this Glaber Torres single. Jack Kohanowitz is getting shelled this year. I kind of feel bad for the guy. He has an ERA over 6 after this eruption from the Tigers. Kerry knew it instantly. That's why we call him Kerry Bonds. Scary Kerry. He just deletes baseballs. He has a career-high 21 home runs. Sean Newell, he's finally in the double-digit home run club. He has 10. As Casey Mize, he struck out Trout to end 5 with 5 strikeouts. And there's that vintage golf swing from Riley Green, who's up to 27 home runs and 87 RBIs. Rengifo had a 2-run rocket. That's cool and dandy and all, but the Angels do lose. Glaber had a gem to end it. The Tigers are 6 games up over the Guardians in the AL Central. So after the White Sox snapped their losing streak, the longest losing streak now belongs to the Mets. It's at 6 right now. No way they lose 7, right? Like, they're due for a win. See, Soto, McNeil, they got to Quinn Priester. It's 2-0 on the singles. Brett Beatty almost went 415 feet the other way, so everything's going right in this game. Even Cedric Mullins, Ceddy, he got one to leave as well. That's his first as a Met. It's a 5 spot for Sean Manaea. Okay, William Contreras, it's only a solo shot. It's still 5-1. It's 5-3. Joey Ortiz with a 2-run knock. Manaea has been bad in back-to-back starts. I think he's allowed 9 in his last 2 starts combined. Pete Alonso, he grabbed 1 run back on a double when William Contreras made it a 1-run game. His second of the game. And then Joey Ortiz, Joey O, he delivered again with a duck on a pond. It is 6-6. Edwin Diaz, he's in to try and salvage this game, keep it tied. Ed win became Ed lose. Isaac Collins, who just might win the Rookie of the Year in the National League, he powered the Brewers to their 9th straight win. They are 73-44. This Milwaukee team is going to be tough to beat because no one tries to do anything that they can't. They do their jobs and they keep it simple. Just like we did after the Yankees game, we have to go back to a losing team. The Mets, they're struggling just like their other New York counterpart. Carlos Mendoza, the manager of the Mets, he's now in the crosshairs. I guess my question is, what's the fix to pretty good teams on paper playing awful baseball? So again, the Yankees and the Mets have been just on a roll of sucking lately. Who is mostly to blame? Is this mainly a manager's fault for not galvanizing the troops and putting players in the right spots? Or is it mainly on the players' shoulders for flat out just not performing? Who should take the blame in these situations? If you're a Yankees fan, let me know. If you're a Mets fan, also let me know. Like, should Mendoza and Boone both lose their jobs? By the way, Colorado has lost 7 in a row, just like the Mets, but that's expected. Sorry, Rockies fans. Adrian Del Castillo, he crushed a 3-run home run that was basically at his kneecaps. Each team scored a few runs, but we're going to skip to an error that ultimately led to 8 runs. Warming Bernabel, again, one of my favorite names in baseball. He had a nice stop, but he rushed it. James McCann, that's an inside-out 2-run knock. Blaze Alexander blooped in another. Nothing was hit particularly hard yet in this inning, but here's a sizzler. Corbin made it 8 hits in a row with 2 outs, which ties an Arizona record. A brand new record. Ketel Marte, he whistled one down the line. Corbin, he flew all the way from first base to give Ketel a second RBI. Oh my God. 10 Perdomo makes it 10 hits in a row with 2 outs. That is obviously a new Arizona Diamondbacks franchise record that they just beat Brenton Doyle. I'm going to show this for my Rockies fans. Nice. But this game was all Diamondbacks. Rookie Connor Kaiser, he finished off the scoring with his first career base hit, extra base hit, and RBI all in the same swing. The Diamondbacks have won 3 in a row. They're 6 games back of a wild card. Maybe they can make the playoffs. I don't know. We'll show the Ohtani glaze, I put that in air quotes, and the A's player who throws with both arms right after this slugfest of a game. We have 22 runs total between the Reds and the Pirates. Ellie, he plated the former Bucko Brian Hayes, and Miguel Andujar, the former A and the Yankee, and wasn't he a Padre or something like that? He charged up for 3 runs on 1 swing. It's 4-0 in the blink of an eye when the Pirates reset the score. IKF doubled in their first 2 runs. Spencer Horwitz got it within 1. And then later in the 5th inning, Captain Jack Sawinski, he tapped out to knot it at 4 runs apiece. Andujar, he singled, so Ellie went from first to third base, and now it's time for Noelvi Marte to take over. So this was his first of 4 RBI on the afternoon. Wait, Spencer Steer, the man who rakes, also had 4 ribbies. He goes 4. Wait. I'm getting ahead of myself. This first clip was a 2-run double. Here's the demolition job. Spencer Steer went 440 feet for a 2-run home run. And by the way, Spencer Steer has completely reversed course on defense. He's been playing sick defense all year long. Cincinnati, what is you doing? Cruz, he had a single to get within 3, and Matt McClain threw it away. It's a 1-run game, and it's really hard to overthrow Ellie. I mean, he just completely airmailed him. Noelvi, I told you the takeover was coming. A 3-run nuke put this game on ice. He now has 3 hits in back-to-back games. The Reds have won 2 games in a row. They're just 1.5 games back of the Mets for the final wildcard spot. Are the Mets a playoff team? We're at the A's and Orioles now, so the both-arm player is coming up shortly. Gunnar Henderson is sprinting early. He has 16 stolen bases. It's just kind of crazy that a down season for Gunnar is going to be close to 60 extra base hits, 20 stolen bases, and a 5 F4. That's how good he is. When he's bad, he's still one of the best players in baseball. I'm not even going to say bad. When he's slumping, he's still one of the best players in baseball. Now, the A's did get out of it. Luis Morales, he's out after 2 2/3 with no runs. The first run of the game didn't come until the 5th inning when Westy, he wailed out a home run for Cade Povich, who was really good through 5, but lost his lead on a Colby Thomas ripper. I thought Gunnar was going to grab that. We're in the 7th now when the red-hot Colby Mayo, he clutched up with a pinch hit double. So Keegan Aiken, he is now tasked with the save, but then he walked Daryl Hernandez. Urshela had a single, and then there's a pinch runner, Lawrence Butler. They both scored. It's a blown save. Jackson couldn't smother it. Willie MacGyver, that is a go-ahead double. Elvis Alvarado, he picks up his first save of the year, so the A's take it. And I didn't get to show the both arm guys. So rookie Carlos Cortez, he came in for Brent Rooker in the 5th to play some right field. He got moved to third base in the 9th inning. So apparently he throws lefty as an outfielder and righty as an infielder. I've never seen that in my entire life. Let's go see that Ohtani check swing. I put that in air quotes because it was not a check swing. Sometimes I wish I was like 5 or 6 years older because I'm just a baseball fanboy. I want to see what are the stats going to be of studs like Vladdy or J-Rod or Ellie, just young studs who are going to be in their 30s in 5 or 6 years. Vladdy already has 205 doubles. I just want to see where he's at in a half decade. Wait for his 179th home run. Ohtani, he evened the score with his 41st home run. He now has 266 home runs. This guy is a freak. Freddie, he's approaching 360. He has 357 home runs now. And this next clip is a tough look for MLB. With the bases loaded and 2 outs, Freddie, he took a pitch fully in the zone for strike 3. Just kidding. It's ball 4 and a run. That's not the only time that the umpire screwed over the Jays. Vladdy. 2 innings after Ty France had a double, Vladdy torched one off of Blake Treinen. Same with Addison Barger. The big boys go back-to-back for the lead. Remember, Vladdy now has 179 home runs. Hoffman, he was deployed in the 8th for a 4-out save, and he was awful. He walked Will Smith. The bases are loaded again for Freddie. Another base to walk for Freeman. It's 4-4. Jeff Hoffman walked 5, but he still might win because Ernie Clement hit his 3rd home run in the last 4 games. It's 5-4 Jays. And now it's time for one of the most stressful situations for a rookie. Mason Fluharty, the bases are loaded versus a unicorn. It's an 0-2 count on the sword. No, it's not, because Ohtani, he had a near full swing, not called a swing, but this is a ball don't lie moment. Ohtani ended up striking out Betts. He grounded out. That's the first save of the year for Mason Fluharty. The Jays are 1 win from 70. What do you guys make of that Ohtani non-call that should have been obviously called? Was that the umpire glazing or just him being bad at his job? The Dodgers better be careful because the Padres are on their heels. Tatis got on 3 times. His power has kind of been zapped. I do want to talk about that in a full video, but he still has a 370 on base this year with platinum level defense. He and Freddie Fermin both scored on a Luis double because Jarren Duran, he couldn't quite get there. Tatis, he had an RBI, and this is why you have to hit your cutoff, kids, because Jake scored obviously, but they did nab Nando trying for 2 bases. Xander, he kept the pressure on Bryan Bayo with an RBI flare, and after Bayo was relieved, the Red Sox handed the Padres another run. That is a walk with the bases loaded. A lot of that lately. The Padres, I guess they felt bad, so they gave the Boston Red Sox a few on a Xander Bogaerts botch job. But then the lefty Morahone, he said, I'm going to go ahead and strike out Roman Anthony. Thank you very much. And I won't lie, I said out loud, who the heck is this? When I saw how this game ended. 99 miles per hour from who? I mean, this is 1,000% my fault for not knowing and never talking about this kid. Rookie David Morgan has a 1.7 ERA. He pumps Ched. The Padres are 2 games back of the Dodgers in the West. Earlier, we talked about the Tigers having a 6-game lead in their division. The Phillies, they're up there too. They're now 5.5 games up in the NL East thanks to the Mets imploding. Wheeler and the Phils, they were able to erase that 2-run jock jack with a 2-bagger. Wait, hold up. Texas, they're going brazing the outfield. Adolis, Wyatt, who caught this baseball? Wyatt caught that baseball. That was almost scary. And now Adolis is about to secure a circus catch. He missed it. It deflected off his own body. He reached out like Mr. Fantastic and he caught it with his bare hand. Trey, he took a walk. You just cannot walk Trey Turner because Patrick Corbin then allowed a double to Bryce Harper, and that snapped an 0 for 12 for the 2-timer. But Trey's all-time fast, so of course he's going to score. Edmundo, he's all-time. I don't know if it might be being dramatic. Edmundo Sosa versus lefties is a flat-out cheat code. He's batting .330 with a 900 OPS versus lefty, and he's always mashed them. Stotty's been a monster lately. My friend had 2 stolen bases in this one. He's batting .350 with 5 stolen bases his last 2 weeks. That gives Weston Wilson an RBI. Seager, he wanted a home run, but Harrison Bader brought it back. He's going to be so good out there just in a relief kind of role. Give Marsh a day off or 2, play some really good defense. Wheeler, he was thankful. He had 7 strikeouts over 5. The Phillies, they sweep what were the surging Rangers. They're 2 wins from 70 wins. We have one more close game before a blowout. Pedro Pages and the rookie Matt Shaw, they traded 2-run bombs, so Pedro now has 8 on the season. The Cubs, they got some help from Nolan Gorman because Gorman just threw a baseball over everyone, which led to this 2-run home run for Matt Shaw, who's just casually batting .330 with 7 home runs already in the second half. Shota Imanaga and Sonny, they were lights out aside from the home runs. Shota had 9 strikeouts. Gray went 7 with 7 strikeouts. It was just a lot of fun to watch, not gonna lie. Shota, he tried for 7, but look who ruined his chance. Jordan Walker had another base hit. Now he's off for the races. The 6'6" youngster can motor. Nolan Gorman, he atoned for his sins. He clutched up with 2 strikes. That is a go-ahead RBI. John Birdie, he stole a base. Here we go. John Birdie, he was safe, but then his glove came off the bag. He's now out, and look at what happened next. Nico, he got on base, so did Dansby. That is a rally killer live in the flesh in front of our very own eyes. Jojo Romero now has 3 saves on the year. The Cubs are 6 games back in their own division. They're still in the wild card spot. Speaking of wild card, the Cardinals are 3.5 games back. If the Nationals don't spend $100 million on free agents this offseason, I'm going to be so mad, because you literally have 2 faces of the franchise in James Wood and CJ Abrams. I forgot to show some history, by the way. JV, he just became the 10th pitcher ever to have 3,500 strikeouts. He tacked on 3 more, so I think he's at 3,503 or something like that, but he also gave up 11 base hits. James, he peppered a 2-run extra base hit down the line. That's his 4th extra base hit of the series. He's back. CJ's back for a 2-run home run. He has 25 doubles, 15 home runs, 26 stolen bases, but negative 10 outs above average, and that's after having negative 18 outs above average last year. He could not be a shortstop. He's got to be a second baseman or something like a center fielder. I don't know. Mackenzie Gore, he was striking out everyone and their mom. He's just mowing down Giants hitters. All DeYoung played it too, as he matches CJ and James with 2 RBIs, all while Gore punched out 10 Giants, and he needed that because he allowed 23 earned runs his previous 15 innings. James just ripped his 5th extra base hit of the series. He has 50 extra base hits with 77 RBIs and an almost 140 OPS plus despite slumping for over a month. And there we have it, another recap in the books. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Use code Fuzzy on SeatGeek as well as Underdog Fantasy. And if you want to watch more baseball live later today with me and Cougs, download Playback on the Google Play Store or the App Store, whatever you guys have. Or if you have a laptop, playback.tv/the show. You guys can follow us there. It's a lot of fun. See you guys there and enjoy the web gems.
Lee on the move.
I just
oh gosh. Nice backhand by Crawford. The left field line into the corner, and Rodin is there. Well, that one stalled it into center field. Duran on the move. A sinking liner makes it. Tapper, Nimitz off the mound, bare hand, juggles.